Hello, everybody! It's a comic book frog. That's right. It's a special edition of the top five. I decided to kick the humans out. There was only one left, and I thought, why not? I'll give you my top five. Hello to Eloise, the viewer, who's been here for 27 minutes. Thank you very much. To Helium, it is good to see you, and it's good to see everyone else who's going to tune in tonight. Now, normally the humans, yes, they do this. Zach, I believe, had to step out. And it's good to see everyone. Yep. And RDV decided, you know what? He said I could have the go ahead. Crazy, isn't it? Maybe it's because he finally realized he's not getting paid. Alrighty, everybody. So who is excited for new comic books this week? Hello, you to Maranya. Hello. She's every woman in the world, unless Eric Breen's on the chat. Then Eric Breen is every woman in the world. He's a delicate flower. Yeah, tonight I decided I'd just hop on. Just cause a little bit of chaos. Alright. So hopefully everybody is happy. Hopefully, nobody's gonna riot. If you do, blame Puppetine, because that's what I do. Also, this is his channel. If we burn it down, he's the one that's going to pay for it. Alrighty. So, with further ado, I guess if you haven't shared this out, please do share it out. Every little word of mouth helps out. And if you guys are happy with the content, maybe I'll come back next week. Or maybe I'll be killed by the humans. We have no idea. But I'm excited. All right. Now, hopefully everything goes smoothly tonight. Have any issues? Other than the mental ones. Thank you for the share outs. I saw that Eloise shared it out. I also saw that Marania shared it out. And I believe Tehilan either liked it or shared it out. He did one of them, or maybe both. All right. Let's jump right into this. My number 5. And I gotta say, this is, before I go to number 5, this was a really crazy week because everything's coming out next week. Now, for those who are getting the X-Men books, it's great for you because there's like 20 out a week. For me, I'm not a big, huge X-Men fan. I'm kind of select when it comes to books. So, tomorrow, I'll be getting my books. And then maybe I'll pop up on Thursday. I haven't decided. And then next week, I'm going to go broke because everything's coming out then. All right. So my number 5 for this week, because it's such a short week, there's hardly many books. Yeah, I'm going to go right down. Just going a little farther. And I'm kind of cheating because it's not really a comic book. It's like a anthology book, I guess, with multiple stories. It is Vaporous Carmilla number 11. Yes, the reason I'm really loving this is because these books are basically the Warren Vampirella continued. Just instead of calling her Vampirella, they call her Vaporous Carmilla. Now, I'm sure some of you are like, well, that sounds kind of horrible. Because, Warren, I guess, sold the rights or lost the rights to Vampirella. I do not know which. But they decided, you know what? Let's continue the magazine. And it's been great. I've been enjoying this. It's in newsprint, black and white. There's no color on the inside. These are magazines. These are just fun stories. Basically what you'd get back in the Warren days. There is adult themes in this. There is nudity. There is murder. There is gore. So I recommend, if you are a child, do not pick this up. Or if you do, don't tell your parents. All right. Going on to number 4. And I apologize if there's a short stream tonight because there isn't anyone but me. Dear God, only me. And if anyone else jumps on, you better have a pull list or I'm pulling you off the stream. All right. Gonna go back to my number 4. Let me kind of scroll down to get to it. And it's also at the bottom of the list. Behind all this trash, there exists a book that I want. And it is Grim Fairy Tales Myths and Legends Quarterly number, well, I guess it's Wonderland number 1. For those who haven't really followed this, it's cheesecake, but who doesn't love cheesecake? If you don't like cheesecake, then you're no friend of mine. All right. Peace has returned to the Wonderland at last. The madness that the Jabberwocky, yes, and this is kind of what's cool, the Jabberwocky. How could I pass up a book with a Jabberwocky? His wish to be unleashed has been halted, but is all right in the realm of the newly appointed Flower Queen of the Wonderland, Evelyn. As is want to point out, this is not her first appearance. She's appeared before, I believe, last year in a quarterly book. And it says, continues, and the madness continues to seep through the cracks of this world, seeking to consume all that is good. It has found a new foothold in someone close to the throne. And chaos may soon reign again in the Wonderland. Yes, Trusty, it is not easy being green or flying solo. I have no one to make fun of but myself. Wait, hold on. I'm getting a report. I can still make fun of Zach, who also shared out this stream. Oh, it's easy being She-Hulk. Don't kid yourself. I have a much more rough, childhood than she did. All right, so that's my number 4. I'll go over to my number 3, and I don't see Undead Quinn here, so no one else has put in their poll list. So my number 3 is gonna be hopefully a little higher on the list here, and it's actually in his Deadpool Bad Blood number 4 by Rob Liefeld. It is, I should take note and let you guys know that this is actually a story that came out in 2017 and a hardcover trade first. They decided to re-release it in individual issues for the first time. So for the collectors who love this story and want to collect individual issue floppies and read it in that format, it's cool. But if you've already read it, there's nothing new. And I gotta say, I'm usually not a fan of Deadpool and comic books unless it's really, really old, early Rob Liefeld stuff. But this has been fun. And Rob Liefeld has actually drawn people's feet correctly. Yes, I'm amazed too. For a guy who doesn't have feet, I'm amazed that someone can draw feet great. I'm talking about myself. I don't have legs. Yes, The Secret History of the Thumper. Yes, I know it's a funny name. It has been revealed, and now that Wade Wilson knows the massive masked man motivations, not to mention his startling true identity. What does this mean for Deadpool? Whose side is Garrison Kane on anyway? And why is Wade suddenly trading blows and bullets with Domino? And sadly, I got the report that Domino does not look like Yazzie Beats, whatever her name is, from the movie. She looks like classic Domino, because this takes place back in the 90s. I guess that explains why it's so cool. But, or if it doesn't, I mean, it has flashbacks. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it does have flashbacks, but it is still great. And Marania, quit trying to guess what I have, because I may change it on you. Because I am that crafty. All right, going down to my number 2. And it is right here. It is Gambit number 2, ironically. Itty Bitty Lies. This is written by Chris Claremont, and the covers are drawn by Wilcie Portacio, the guy who did work on Witworks back in the day, early Image. That's his cover. This takes place back in the early 90s when Ro was basically turned back to a kid by a villain, and now she's basically forced to hang out with Gambit, because Gambit hasn't joined the X-Men. He's still an outcast. As it says here in the description, the Gambit and roll on the lamb and off the rails, because this has been a crazy book, and Claremont's been, the first issue was really good. It says it explains how she was reverted to childhood and we're trying to retrain use of her powers while fighting to find her memories. And Gambit is a free spirit, Remy LeBeau, or LeBeau, whatever you prefer. I'm getting Engeltine brain farts here. Sorry, I apologize. They're addicting. At least I don't have the raw fight, whereas, because that would suck. But hey. Oh God, it's happening. And it says basically, what do they have in common? They're mutants, they're thieves, and they're having a blast. But their side mission to escape the Shadow King goes off the rails and sudden disaster strikes. Yes, the Shadow King is the main bad guy in the series. So if you love classic Shadow King with Claremont writing it, this is the book for you. Or you can go back and read some of the old books back in the day. All right. And yeah, I mean, I was going through this, it just shows those two. Yes, unfortunately, they have the homo cover on here. I mean, the homo erotic. For those who like guys, I guess it's a Playgirl cover. I should put it that way. It's the gala or gala, whatever you prefer. You've heard it both ways. And look, there's the other guy who's supposed to be on the stream. That scoundrel, Zach Richmond. Yeah. He's saying it's pronounced LeBeau. Well, guess what? I said it both ways. Or thrice ways now. All right, so tell me, Zach, are you going to get this cover? Because this cover looks really, really weird. I mean, how is he going to fight in this? I mean, unless he's fighting with Iceman. Hey. Your native tongue has never been butchered unless you're talking. Because you're from Texas. All right, so going up, that was my number 2. Hello to Undead Quinn. All right, he hasn't posted anything as far as his books yet. But I'm going on to my number 1. My number 1 for this week is a book that Marani likes to spoil because she can't let anybody else have fun and guess. They're on their own. It is a book that's probably the best book here. More importantly, now how does he PM that? Well, I don't know how Zach pees. I'm assuming standing up with, but I won't go into detail. I'll leave your mind to that. All right. Well, actually, hold on. We got a submission of a poll list here from Undead Quinn. Fortnite Marvel Zero War number 4, which actually, ironically, is a book that Zach would be getting and be talking about it and saying, oh my God, it's got a giant Gundam on the cover. Yes. But he decided not to show up again. His Undead Quinn's number 4 is Dogs of London, number 4. A series about a dog that's a hitman, I believe, right? Or a wolf. It's John Wick as a dog. Killing the humans for killing his human. Or something, I don't know. I'm lost. I'm just going to make up things now. All right. Is number 3 as Alice Ever After, number 5. I thought that book was over. It never ends. All right. I'm curious what his number 2 is. Will it be Knights of X or Ant-Man? Or will it be Amazing Fantasy 1000? Ugh. But no, he comes back and says, it is the Sandman Universe, Nightmare Country number 5, starring Dalton the Authenticator. Yay! All right, so for those who just jumped in, I'm just going to basically cover my books again. My number 5 was Vaporous Carmilla number 11. Number 4 was Grim Fairy Tales, monthly and quarterly, or Myth and Legends quarterly, Wonderland number 1. My number 3 was Deadpool, Bad Blood, number 4. You just saw that a couple of minutes ago that Gambit number 2 was my number 2. And my number 1 is the Flash Annual. 2022. Why? Because there's a shit ton of bad books this week, and I just could go and find 5 of them that are great. Hopefully, I'll have more back issues later on. But Jeremy Adams has been knocking us out of the park. Really loving this. I love how they're basically we're in this issue. We're going to find out what his Linda's book she's been writing. It turns out it's a romance novel, and as we've seen before in some of the other previews, apparently Wally is the main guy. He's built like Fabio. He's shirtless and has long ginger hair. And it was kind of funny. I was looking on an Instagram on Jeremy Adams, little Instagram post. I believe it was Caitlin Collins or Katana Collins. I can't remember what her name is, but basically, Sean Gordon Murphy's wife, who basically writes romance fiction, for Amazon stuff, had caught wind of this and actually said she was really interested in seeing this. So I don't know if there's collaboration, but all I know is this basically Jeremy Adams writes for the heart, and we'll get to see some really cool stuff. Also, Wally is from what I heard is basically in the previews that he finds out that Ace, aka Wallace, knew about Linda having powers before he did. So while she's gone, he decides to read her book. Yep, it's as Imrani is pointing out. He said it's based on him and his wife. She says it's refreshing to see a healthy husband-wife relationship, both in comic books and in the production of them. Yep. Well, I don't know how much she actually contributed to the book, but it's his relationship with her. So I don't think he consulted her on the writing, but he might have. All right, but yeah, this has been a really crazy week. There's really not much anything that I really want other than these 5 books. Maybe I'll find something else. I'll get some back issues because there's a lot of good books, and I'll look for the 8 billion genies that Ash has been bragging about. But yeah, that's my top 5. It looks like we got a number 1 from Undead Quinn, which is the Cradle of Filth. Maledictus, and why do you gotta give me the big words? Anthenium. Yeah, we'll go with that. Number 2. Or MA. All right. Yeah, I mean, we can look at some of the other books that are coming out. As you can see, there's a Moon Knight coming out. It has, I think, let me see who's on this. Christopher Cantwell, Marani's favorite Iron Man writer, is on this. We got Dante Bastioni. I don't know any of these people. Nadia Shamams. As far as I know, these are all new writers because I've never heard of them. All right. But yeah, I mean, as I pointed out the other night, it kind of looks like Deadpool. Look at the dark black in the shadow in its face. If Deadpool was the Moon Knight. I pronounce it how I pronounce it. If you don't like it, go to the professional channels. Go check out anything but I Love Comics because he's not professional. All right. So yeah, I mean, these are some cool books. The red, the black, white, and red. But it's really hit and miss because sometimes the stories like Hickman's are just drawn backwards or drawn to the point where you cannot see what's going on in the story. You're supposed to go by the dialogue. Never use a cave when you're drawing black and white. All right, then there's Ant-Man number 2. There's Wonder Girl. He has her own annual coming out with Joelle Jones doing the cover, which I'm really tempted to get that cover because it's Joelle Jones. Amazing Fantasy 1000. Yeah, until they just fire everybody at Marvel and get somebody else to write them back that actually knows how to write them. Hell, I want Straczynski to come back and just write them normally with being married to MJ. But until then, Spider-Man sucks. Sorry. Gail Simone is doing the variants, issue number 3, which we've noticed that I noticed last night. I was listening to Ash on Comics. He was talking to RDV, and Yet the people liking these books, they all love the first issue. As it goes on, less and less people are buying these books. So I'm curious to see how long it takes for they're canceled or before they wrap them up. Maybe that's why they're miniseries. Because they know by the 6th book, no one's going to be buying it. All right, then we have here we go, Thunderbolts. That looks great. Not really. Here is that Fortnite Marvel Zero that Zach is excited about. Look at that. And it's rightfully so, it's Crystal's Gauge. Now, that being said, it could be horrible or it could be great. But Dr. Doom controlling a Sentinel with a broken heart on it? Crazy. All right, I guess there's some other covers too here. Oh, look at this. How predictable. But wait, I see all the alcohol, but no cigarettes. Then there is a She-Hulk cover, which I know my buddy Zach will be simping and buying that. Robert Roberts, if that actually was true, there wouldn't be a plot twist. They would have been promoting her as the transgender hero. All right, and then here's another variant here with Hawkman. I mean, Captain Falcon guy. Seriously. He's just a Falcon with a shield. That's all he is. Yes, and Jen Bartel does draw a nice chunky. All right, and then I guess the cover here with Dr. Doom and Moon Girl. I have no idea who this is. I guess she's a Fortnite character with a giant freaking gun that's bigger than her head. And Doom's just basically like, why are you in my screen? This is my panel. Yeah, he's probably upset because she jumped in front of him. That's what's going on in Zero War. Dr. Doom is tired of being oppressed. Yeah, all these teenagers. All right. All right, then we got this one here with Daredevil teaming up with Daredevil. Despite all that, the ridiculousness of that, I do like this, the first aspect, basically of looking at the 3D of the motion of her side coming towards you. But we all know it won't kill you unless she throws a heart enough. It's kind of dull land on it. It's kind of dumb. And they're going up against lizard people and people with horns. So I'm confused. All right, Zach. But yes, Jen Bartel, if you haven't checked out, she does a lot of covers. And she's a cutie. Yep. She's, let's see. She's done a lot of covers. Basically, every book you see in here, she's done a cover for it. That's a lot. All right. So that's it for as far as the top 5. Any questions or concerns? What is in your top 5? Will it be the best of the week? We will know till we find out on Thursday. And I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll come back on Thursday and I'll just show off my books. I might have to get a helper because I have no fingers to hold up books, but we'll find out. That being said, I hope you guys had a wonderful time. I know I'm sad too. We're only 26 minutes or 25 minutes into the stream. But that's what happens when no one else shows the fuck up. Yes, that's fun. But I can swear as much as I want because Palpatine's not here. So fuck Palpatine. Yes. All right. Also, we ask you if you like this crap or whatever you prefer, trash, treasure. If you haven't done so, please hit the like button. Or if you hate us, hit the dislike button. Also, if you haven't subscribed, why not? We enjoy talking to you. We love their interactions. That's why we do the live streams. There's no such thing as a wrong opinion on this channel. You may disagree with us, or we'll disagree with you, or maybe we'll get along. It's the joy of this conversation with people who are just fans of this hobby. You may love the X-Men books. I currently don't like any of them except for the Wolverine patch, which just sadly just ended, which I checked that out a couple days ago. And also, I like the X-Men 92. So, if you're having fun, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Also, we have a Ko-Fi link that's going across the screen right now. It's called kofi.com/Puppetine. That goes to me basically getting a new wheelchair because I need one because I have no legs. But seriously, though, it goes towards, we do readings on here. So the Marvel app and the DC app respectively cost about near $90 each, give or take. And it helps us make this channel better for you. And it also helps me afford to buy other humans to basically work on this channel. All right. Which one of the Puppetine Thespians likes some Star Wars books? I'm not a Star Wars guy. I'm not a Star Trek guy. I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy. I'm a RoboCop guy. That being said, you like what you like, man. I respect that you're able to find stuff that you like through Star Wars. I just never did anything for me. Same with those who watch Lord of the Rings movies. I just got tired of watching them walk. I mean, seriously. I just couldn't watch them walk anymore. I had to fast forward it. Then they ran. All right. So, that being said, I'm going to jump off here tonight. And then, who knows? Maybe we'll go live again. Maybe if you're lucky, maybe I'll read you a story by myself. Actually, I could do that. I could do a one-man story where I just read you a comic book. Story time with Froggie. Yes, it could happen. All right, guys. This has been my 40-minute goodbye. And I'm done monologuing. Good night. And see you later.